Hello. At Tece, we have been producing high-quality edge banding for furniture industry for many years. In the edge banding sector, quality is not just about appearance. It means durability and craftsmanship. We know that cheap products are often preferred in the market, but it's not only about price. What about quality? Today, we will answer this question with technical tests. In this video, we will compare other cheap edge banding with our own products. Our aim is to clearly show the quality difference with both visual and technical tests. We will speak with tests, not just observations. Real tests, real results. Let's begin. First, we will examine the primer applied to the back surface of the edge band. How well it sticks to the surface directly affects the product's lifespan. This strength is directly related to the quality and amount of primer used. When viewed under UV light, the fluorescent effect of the primer makes the application amount easier to see. In other cheap edge banding, it is clear that the primer application is extremely insufficient. The primer layer is extremely thin, and in some areas it is almost never applied. This situation seriously reduces the adhesion strength and causes the band to come off easily during use. In our test, both the cheap products and the Tece products were applied to MDF using the same machine and the same adhesive. After resting for 24 hours, we test their peeling resistance with a device. The other cheap edge banding shows very low peeling resistance due to insufficient primer, very less primer, and almost comes off the surface on its own. Our Tece product remains fully bonded to the surface. The difference is clear, almost twice as strong. Quality primer means longevity. Over time, with heat, humidity, and stress, this difference becomes even more apparent. Our product holds on and doesn't let go. Now we move to the tensile test. We will carry it out according to ISO 527 standards on samples cut in a bow tie shape. Let's see the result. The results are clear. The other cheap edge banding breaks under very low force. This is because it contains too much filler and the plasticization process was not fully completed. In the Tece edge banding, the use of high-density polymer gives a much higher strength value. This will ensure strong polymer. When we cut the edge bands in half and film them close up, we can clearly see the internal structure. In the vertical section, the other cheap edge banding shows a non-homogeneous structure with fillers highly visible. Very small detail maybe, but important for quality. At Tece, we raise quality standards in polymer production to the highest level with the latest technology and equipment. With our high-precision processes, we deliver durability and a perfect appearance together. In an inorganic material analysis conducted in a kiln at 960 degrees Celsius, it was found that the other cheap edge banding contains about 4 times more inorganic material than the amount of filler Tece uses. This reduces flexibility and makes the product brittle. Additionally, the excess inorganic material causes cutting machine blades to dull much faster than normal. Performance in cold climates is very important. During use, resistance to bending, impact, and temperature changes is essential. Bands that break or fail to flex in cold conditions cause serious problems during assembly. In this test, we examined both the tested products and the Tece products. The other cheap edge banding cracked in a short time. Tece edge banding kept its flexibility under same conditions. It bends but does not break. That's the quality. In long-term use of furniture, color durability is a critical factor. On surfaces exposed to sunlight or fluorescent lighting, fading becomes a serious problem. In this test, an outdoor simulation was done, a xenon arc lamp was used, and the trials were carried out with temperature and humidity kept constant. We kept both products in a UV test device for 72 hours and evaluated the results. While the printed cheap edge banding turned yellow, the unprinted white edge band reached a color change clearly visible to the eye. In spectrophotometer measurements in these products, especially in white, the color difference was found to be delta E 2.7. Tece products, however, have high light fastness and kept their color, with spectrophotometer measurements showing a color difference of only 0.3. A difference above 2 is noticeable to the eye, so these results are critical for long-lasting aesthetic projects. Another important test for home users is the resistance to cleaning chemicals. The chemicals used during cleaning can cause color bleeding and dullness on weak surfaces. In gloss meter measurements taken before and after the test, it can be clearly seen that dullness formed on the surface after the chemicals were applied. In this test, we applied bleach to the surfaces and examined the effects. On the other cheap edge banding, significant dullness and paint fading were observed after bleach application. On Tece product, however, there was no change to the surface. This is very important for home users. In quality production, surface protectors prevent cleaning chemicals from causing damage, while in low-quality products, such damage is inevitable. As you can see, the tests clearly showed the quality. Cheap products may seem attractive at first, but while they appear to save money in the short term, in the long run they cost more through labor loss, breakdown risk, aesthetic issues, and customer dissatisfaction. An edge band is not just a strip of plastic, it is quality, consistency, and production safety. Quality production is sustainable success. Products that look similar outside can be different inside. It's not the cheapest, but the long-lasting quality that pays off. In the end, you should think not just about price, but also quality. The tests are clear. The choice is yours.